round up the room.
I don't have
There
a
you
fancy beep, 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 beep like Attila does, but I'll come in.
And
Knock, knock, knocking on panel's door. Hey, hey, let him in.
Anyway,
Theme song. I'll get ready for next week.
this Morgan Freeman narrative idea of a prohibited portal where NXT is getting taken over by a company that's crossing the line. It just baffles me to think that this actually could be a thing. This is what Worlds Collide should have been. Fuck Raw and SmackDown. They ain't no jack shit about NXT since the existence beyond a damn reality game show. This is a real Worlds Collide that actually buy into.
Did I hear Morgan Freeman mentioned?
Yes. Well, you see, there is a lot more crossing the line that needs to be done before the forbidden door can be fully opened. Thus the word of Hebert Friedman.
What is it that you were calling it on ATW, Noah? What kind of portal?
They were throwing around PP. They were throwing around prohibited portal.
Prohibited portals. Okay.
Prohibited
because
portal.
Forbidden Door is now copyrighted, so the prohibited portal.
Somebody get the orange box on the phone. Hey, Half-Life, where you at?
Fuck.
Get Portal in there.
The kick is a lie. You're going to have fun with
science.
All right. Let's try to reel this back in. So I'm going to go to Attila first and foremost, since she thought enough of this week's NXT to actually review it.
True that.
What are your thoughts on Jordan Grace and Ethan Page showing up? And where do you think this could go down the road as far as inter-promotional and stuff? Are you going to tune in to see Jordan Grace versus Stevie Turner next week? Or are you going to be like, oh, fuck NXT again?
Isn't that the $1 million question? First off, I have to say, when Josh told me that Jordan Grace I thought he was bullshitting me. I was like, you're pulling my leg here.
Well, it is coming from Josh, so fair enough.
Which means it's coming from Sap usually. So
nobody listens to Josh. He's
not Josh Mansfield. Not Josh Mansfield. My friend Josh.
Oh, different Josh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he's also
one Josh. Probably. He's okay.
That Josh okay? Okay.
Yeah, that Josh.
So I went on Twitter. Which is how I know what happens sometimes on NXT. I went on Twitter and I was going through all this stuff, and I was pretty surprised that Jordan Grace was there. I think my jaw dropped. And then I saw Ethan Page, and I was like, God damn it! I have to go home and see what this is about. I will say this. I will say this. I feel like, and I said this on my show, I feel like if you take away Jordan Grace and Ethan Page's debuts, that was nothing memorable on NXT. Nothing.
That's accurate.
Nothing. Honestly.
Aside from the other two qualifiers for the ladder match, I will agree with you. It's pretty much business as usual. But even a business as usual NXT is usually better than a business as usual Raw or SmackDown. So
I will actually support him on that.
That's true.
And I don't watch it.
So I was surprised. Rumors are to be believed. Jordan Grace is doing 3 appearances for NXT. I'm still hoping AJ Styles ends up back in TNA somehow.
Please.
Still hoping for that.
Give me the freaking IM one more fucking time.
Still hoping. As far as who can go over to TNA, I can't think of anybody. There's rumors Natty and Grace at Slammiversary, so I could see that happening.
Yeah.
As far as Ethan Page is concerned, excuse me. I was pretty surprised. I don't know. I'm hearing that it's going to be him versus Trick Williams at Battleground.
Gotta give him something.
I think
they haven't made it official yet, so we'll have to see what happens this week.
There's nobody else right now even feasible to challenge Trick Williams for the NXT Championship.
That's fair, but in all fairness, I think the women's ladder match for the North American title should be the main event.
That I do agree with.
Yes.
So
I
we
would
could
agree.
leave Trick off this card.
I would agree with that unless they put Paige in there with Trick. Then that's got to be main event because it's freaking Ethan Page making the jump. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Not to discredit any of the 6 women because, God damn it, those women have earned it in these qualifying matches, and they're in a ladder match.
Yeah.
And the first time they're actually co-promoting flat out with UFC at this point because they're in their apex. So, but if Trick ends up defending against Ethan Page, that's got to be the last match, just for the sheer marketability.
I don't think that match should happen at Battleground. I think they should tease it, but I don't think it should happen at Battleground. I think you should hold off on it
I agree.
Heatwave is in Canada, in Toronto, Canada, and Ethan Page is Canadian.
Exactly.
I think you would get a much bigger moment if he wins the title in his home country of Canada. That's my personal opinion.
Damn.
Could you imagine he wins the NXT title, signs with TNA, and takes the belt to TNA? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if he signed with TNA. I don't know.
He hasn't signed with anybody yet officially,
right
if you believe his Twitter. I don't know how much he's kayfabing on Twitter, but
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know, because I would think that if he was signed with TNA, it would not make any kind of sense to have him debut right now, especially because there's history with him and Josh Alexander. And Josh Alexander's MIA.
Well, but for now, Josh, I'm not sure how bad his. I don't know if he's just on hiatus or whatever, but that's a perfect way to bring it back in. If you've got Ethan Page making noise in both companies, and Josh shows up and goes, "Hi, what are you doing?" You know, just to get up in Ethan's shit after being this egotistical asshole.
The thing is, he was making he was making waves in 3 different companies technically, and I'll get to that.
I mean that's true also.
So
yeah, I am all for whatever it becomes of this, as long as it actually becomes something. And by the way, y'all want a moment like we had with Forbidden Door last year with JJ, reacting to freaking Final Countdown. Play I Am for AJ Styles. The entire room will be having shit in their pants. It'll be a beautiful thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish up, Datilla.
Well, pretty much just curious to see where this goes. This partnership could do wonders for TNA, so I'm excited. So we'll see.
There you go.
Walter, you just joined the fray. Go ahead and go to you next, good sir.
Yeah, I love this with NXT. I think NXT is the show of the week this week. I think it beat Raw, SmackDown by far, and especially Dynamite. And I love the tease of how what's the commentator, Vic or whatever his name is, says he said all elite, and then Booker T cut him off. It's like the way they teased that was like perfectly timed and everything.
Wasn't he an AE?
Yeah, he was like AE, and then they went all Eagle. They just made it stand like it stood for all Eagle. Like I love the way they did it. And with Jordan Grace, gonna get that title shot. Triple H or Sean, whoever's booking this, if you got the ball, I would say pull the trigger. Give it to Jordan Grace and let her show up as a double champ on TNA. You want to put eyes on the company you're working with. That's the way to shock everybody. Let Jordan walk out with 2 titles and show the NXT title on another company. That's like instant eyes and success for both companies. This partnership will just completely work out for it. And then now it's going to be like, well, who from WWE is going to show up on TNA? That's what everybody's going to do. And then now Roxanne's got to show up and get her rematch, and maybe you get a rematch for the NXT title defended on a TNA pay-per-view as opposed to a WWE pay-per-view. You don't want to hot potato it, but maybe Roxanne does get it back on a TNA pay-per-view, and now you just made both companies go up on a whole different level. So, like, hopefully somebody is smart enough to do that. And I know you watch our stuff, Triple H, because you steal a lot of JJ's ideas and mine. So I know you watch and listen to it. Like, do it. Just book it, man. Let her lose the title on the WWE pay-per-view and then gain it back on the TNA pay-per-view. It only benefits both companies.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Well, if I may piggyback on what Walter said.
Go for it.
I don't think it's just 2 companies. That's my thing. because that All Elite and then the cutoff was too on the nose for it to be an accident. There's no way. That was done by design, folks. We're in the process of possibly witnessing history right in front of our fucking eyes soon. Dude, there's so much that could happen. And if people think that it's far-fetched that AEW and Ring of Honor can't get involved in all this, I'll leave you with this. And here's a tidbit that I don't think people even considered. Where has AEW launched its first official pay-per-view? It was in Las Vegas. Where did Ring of Honor get its legs back under them? The first set of the first I think it was like the first Death Before Dishonor may have been in Vegas. I could be wrong. But they've done shows in Vegas lately. NXT, where are they going? Battleground. It's taking place at the UFC Apex in Vegas. Where has TNA been doing a lot of their shows lately, folks?
The Palms in Vegas.
The Palms in Vegas. Where is WrestleMania going? Las Vegas.
Most importantly, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Exactly. Now,
Alberta, Canada.
It is too exact. There you go. It is too perfect for that to not be the case. I think there actually is a potential. What was it called? What did you boys call it on ITWV, Noah? I forget.
Prohibited Portal.
The Prohibited Portal. The PP. It sounds bad.
He squared.
Beep. The Prohibited Portal opening up and WWE stepping foot through the forbidden door, busting that shit wide open in AEW, TNA, and Ring of Honor. Whoo! I mean, Jesus Christ, you got the whole world turned upside down on its head. Because that also means, by the way, we're going to get New Japan talent in the WWE if that goes as far as it goes.
They've got the whole world in their hands.
If you follow X, there's even Xavier Woods has been spatting back and forth with Joe Henry. And I swear to God, if I watch NXT and I hear say his name and because we already know Xavier Woods has been in NXT lately, and then they're doing this weird tease with the Karrion Kross's group.
Right.
If there's something going on and you see Joe Henry on NXT, I'm gonna lose my shit. And we get a rock style concert from Joe Henry on the New Day on NXT. I'm gonna lose my shit,
dude.
Yeah, someone that actually will perform an actual song, more than one song.
Dude, could you imagine, like, all this culminates into all these different cards that all these companies do, and then at WrestleMania in a 2-night event, and in the second night's main event, picture this, right? If this all goes as how I think it's going to go.
Oh, Lord, fancy booking.
Cody Rhodes, under the Universal Champion, versus Dustin Rhodes in Las Vegas. Dude, that happens, I legit cry. You will see tears streaming from my face if that happens. I'm not even bullshitting you.
Not only this, but with War Games and Survivor Series the last few years, before that they did brand supremacy. How about we get a Survivor Series brand supremacy TNA versus WWE, or one group of this versus another group, team versus team, traditional Survivor Series matches. That's how you make some people. Company versus company, real brand supremacy. Now you make it make sense because they're going to defend the company that they're signed to. Not just, I got drafted to Raw last week, now I bleed red. No, I bleed WWE, damn it. This side,
I bleed AEW, damn it. I bleed TNA, damn it. Yeah.
Do that. Holy hell.
Exactly.
I need Matthew's comment to be a reality on my television shows. Joe Henry and Michael Cole tag team and commentary on Flopped Out. I am all about that shit right now.
I will not call that show. I will listen. to them.
Could you imagine the Bloodline 2.0 versus the system?
Oh my god!
I trust the system there for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Fuck JJ, you're gonna make me trust the system.
They have to put. Oh my god! Could you imagine? They have to put their little tiff on hold because they have to come together as the full Bloodline and they fight the Elite. Oh, dude. Oh, god damn. I'm just saying that might be something I'd be interested in.
James is going way further into the fourth dimension here on this fantasy booking than I thought.
Sorry, my mind goes.
James, I'm gonna fuck your head even harder.
Oh god.
Come together as the full Bloodline, not to just fight the Elite, the entire Bullet Club.
Oh, yes.
The Bucks, the Good Brothers, Styles, Fowler, ABC, Jay White.
Dude,
Cody.
And it just occurred to me, what if the whole reason
fatality, finish him,
dude? Well,
even Jeff Jarrett, damn it!
I'll even.
You.
Well, you know what though? No, it wouldn't be out of the around the possibility though, because if anybody would be the mastermind of something this ridiculous and bring the Bullet Club back in a full
fucking Jarrett's,
it's the Jarretts. So could you fucking imagine that?
I don't want to.
Dude,
dude,
the Jarretts bringing the Bullet Club back together on a show co-promoted by TNA would just fuck the entire mind of the world.
Yeah, on a WWE, TNA, AEW crossover, no less, possibly. Yeah, like Jesus.
Okay,
Christ.
If we all end up in Vegas, we have to be inside the sphere because the entire rest of the world's gonna fucking implode on itself.
On 420, on Near Easter.
Oh my god, I forgot about that part of it.
Yeah,
Christ.
Shit, dude,
on Easter Sunday, he is risen.
Right, it's Easter Sunday. We're all gonna fucking die.
The Bullet Club is risen.
We're gonna pay for our sins.
And on this day,
stories
on 420, and on this day, on 420, at Las Vegas, Nevada, some fuckery shall be afoot. Can I get an amen?
Hallelujah. All right, Walter, try again.
It's a damn shame that they got rid of Elias to have Joe Hendry and Elias.
Oh my god, JJ!
Oh my god, both on guitar. But if you do the brand supremacy, I was saying, and you do, now you got little stories within it, intricate stories, because it's like, all right, now which side is AJ Styles going to choose? Because it came from this company. What side is the Good Brothers? There's all these little stories you can run. Because you got former talents. Naomi, you could be like, hey, what side is she really going to be on?
Yeah, Trinity, are you with TNA that really brought new glow to your life while you've been Jobber Nation in WWE? Or are you going to still be with WWE because your husband's there?
Can we also put in perspective, if Punk ends up getting the world title somehow,
oh Lord,
just imagine they blow the story off that we've been clamoring for a while, because which we thought couldn't be done, but what if it happens? Omega and Punk, and Omega takes the world title. Oh, hello.
Imagine if you will.
This alternate reality might be too much for one man to handle.
Hey, if you see all this happen on the programmings going forward, folks, we demand royalties because this is way too much we're giving away.
Imagine, if you will, you are the renegade JJ Williams, and you book yourself an open mic night topic talking about two people joining NXT, and we end up booking the end of the fucking world. Because that's what the hell we just did.
Y'all are.
I got another one. AEW gets involved, and WWE shows Jade gets revenge and show this is how your ass should have booked me.
Right? No, for real. Think about all that. This is all going to happen, in theory, the weekend of Easter Sunday. It happens to be 420. We're all going to be so smoked the fuck out or drunk, we're not going to realize what's happening. And the world will just go swallow us all up. We're dead. All of us are dead. And it's going to be a thing. We've literally booked fucking Armageddon. Take that, 6-man Hell in a Cell. There's your Armageddon, mucker feathers.
I'm just going to be sitting at home where I know I'm in a sanctuary of sanity while you all lose your entire mortality.
Oh, no, Noah. If the world's going to end, you might as well be with your friends.
I agree with that.
I don't know.
If all the stuff we say happens, it might be the first watch along where everybody's just quiet because our jaws are dropped.
No, for real.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why was there 10 minutes of dead air on a watch along event? Well, yes,
Because they did. What happened was, you lying.
Right.
Let me catch you up to speed. ...
Yeah, JJ, when you book that Net Multiverse headquarters, make sure it's got freaking soundproof and bulletproof walls and doors. Or we're all fucked.
True that.
Fucking bomb shelter that place.
JJ, moderate your own show after sending us into Fantasy Booking Haven.
I think he's enjoying this.
I am. It hasn't gotten so chaotic that I can't get it back on the rails. Right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the free flow banter.
Yes, free
flow.
I think we need to do a fantasy booking and book this out.
Damn right.
Hell yeah, dude.
See how the next couple of weeks go, because we've got a couple of big weeks ahead of us, which we'll get to in the shills. But the end of June may have to be a fantasy booking with this if the play out keeps going here.
Madness. Utter madness.
We did talk about.
We did get a $5 super chat from Eddie Burton.
Thank you very much. As ever, Eddie. Thank you.
Really quickly before Jeff speaks, as he looks like he has his mouth open to say something.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you share the love across the channels.
Yes.
It's a brand new month, so let's not just give all the money to one channel. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, I was just going to say I've never been more happy to have a cough-induced headache because I've been laughing so hard at this dumb fuckery. This has been great. I love this. Like, I love nights like this where we end on a note that's just like we're laughing ourselves stupid, booking, wrestling matches, the end of the world, whatever we book, it's all good. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, though, the fact that we talked about this briefly when Mickey appeared in the Rumble.
Yeah.
We talked about it briefly when Jordynne Grace appeared in the Rumble.
Yes.
It's like the fact that this could very easily be a reality now in 2024, 2025.
Insanity.
Yeah, it's mind-numbing to me because what if the WWF and WCW had been able to put the bullshit aside and give us a true Clash of the Champions?
Yeah.
Have it be simulcast on TBS and USA.
Yeah,
and
right.
Give us this type of shit.
Yeah.
And then you've got ECW, the TNA, if you will, that could have gotten involved in it. You still had the Japanese promotions. You still had CMLL and AAA.
Yeah.
But instead of it being WWE, AEW, and TNA, it could have been WWF, WCW, and ECW. But they just were so hated and angry with each other that it couldn't happen. And despite Tony Khan and his lack of filter when it comes to the social medias, this still looks like it could be something that legitimately can happen.
Yeah.
What if you could put Violent by Design back together for one night only against the Final Testament?
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True.
If I'm not mistaken, let me
Violent by Design. If you're talking about Diener, Eric.
Hold on, Jeff is talking.
Sorry.
Hang on, I was trying to do something. If I'm not mistaken, the top tier were the only ones watching during the Invasion era, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You all have had the opportunity to go back and, watch it on, tape or DVD or on the networks or whatever now. But we lived it, man. Like, we lived through all those PWI magazines, Fantasy Warfare, WWF versus WCW, and, NoDQ.com booking the fantasy thing every year because that's what the hell we did. But man, when Invasion went down, it was pretty much the WWF versus the WCW power plant with ECW thrown in. And it was like, yeah, but, and I'd have to look at the actual books. Let me be clear on that when I say this, but you can't make me believe that the money wasn't there, regardless of, off-putting people because of ego and pay scale or whatever. You can't convince me the money wasn't there when they threw away how many hundreds of millions of dollars for the XFL during 2001?
Uh-huh.
See, that's the thing, though, is they had just lost all that money. If they hadn't lost that money, they'd have more money to be thrown around.
Yeah. Well, but what I'm saying is they had a pretty good idea in the middle of 2000. Yes, it was after they announced the XFL. I'll grant them that. But if you and again, I'm going to be a complete corporate shill, ridiculous nightmare here, so forgive me. Nitro by Guy Evans. Get your hands on it. Read it. Because there was a clause in the settlement of the lawsuit that ended up starting because of Hall and Nash not being Diesel and Razor on Nitro and Thunder.
Sure.
Part of that lawsuit settlement was WWF had first crack if WCW ever went up for sale. By the year 2000, writing was kind of on the wall. So the WWF had an inkling that it was going to be a thing.
Right.
And the only thing that was stopping them was the fact that Viacom didn't want their product, being competed with on another network, as far as them having the WWF TV rights and Turner still having the WCW TV rights.
Yep.
But even with that, had they not, pardon me, young lady, blown their wad on spending that money on the XFL, regardless of how much they actually put into it by the start of the season in early 2001, that invasion could have been so much different if you had Flair, Goldberg, as much as I detest talking about him in a positive way, Sting, all those guys. Like the top stars, no disrespect to either one of them, but the top stars that came over were Booker and Dallas. That's not the way to lead in, especially where they booked Dallas. Jesus Christ. Booker too, honestly. They booked them both like shit. Here we have an opportunity to get the current top people. When the people don't follow TNA, they'll be like, oh, well, they don't have the big names anymore. They don't fucking need them. A lot of them are still with WWE, and they can cross that line back over and go, you know what? I left this place because of the money, but I miss this place. AJ Styles. Cody Rhodes. There's so much potential here.
Yeah.
If the egos can just be pushed to the back burner. And I know that's difficult because people are people, but you don't have the overpowering craziness ego of Vince McMahon. If you, again, what you hear, I don't know. I met the guy once, whatever.
Same.
And to be fair, we both met him on I met him in a very positive light. You met him out of sheer necessity on his end to freaking cover a PR possible nightmare. Excuse me. I'm trying to express it all night. But there's potential here, is what I was trying to get at. I know I said that started this conversation about 6 hours ago myself, so sorry. But I just feel like this, like you said, Jay, this could really happen, and it's no better place to book it than Las Vegas. Yep. You want a WrestleMania? You want WrestleMania was in '85, the best of the best, the biggest of the biggest, showing up on one night. Fuck, dude! Like I said, the three major companies, New Japan could be involved. All the indie feds that feed into these other companies through working relationships or whatever. This could be the ultimate WrestleMania.
Yeah, and the thing too, think about it like this, Jeff. This couldn't have been a better time, because what I think TKO wants is more competition. So you help the competition at the biggest time of the year and do it in a year-long span, slowly but surely, and ramp it up as each pay-per-view passes. That's how you get eyes on the product. Hell, that's what UFC was starting to do when they actually let people fight for Bellator when it was still around. So
yeah, and to that point, and Walter, you're our UFC guy at the moment. I'm not hearing a whole lot of chatter about UFC since the days of Ronda being Ronda there, since the days of Brock being Brock there, even the days that CM Punk was attracting attention for all the wrong reasons because he's getting his ass kicked. It was still a big media name. I don't hear a lot of that chatter for UFC that I was hearing even, just prior to pandemic and just into it, whereas WWE is getting all that mass media attention.
Yeah, and Ryan, my buddy Ryan. Go ahead, JJ.
Sorry.
I was going to say the only time I really hear anything about UFC is when Conor McGregor is going to fight.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
So, like, Ryan even said it best, and I think it's so apropos. And Walter, I think, can agree with this. You need pro wrestling fans because they will be combat sports fans after the fact. That's usually how it goes. You get into wrestling, then you go into combat sports, drop out of it for a little bit, then you usually come back to wrestling if you have a kid. Usually how that cycle works. So,
and that's the problem. What you guys are saying, you're not hearing about UFC. That's the problem with being the only game in town. And that's why we need this competition. And that's why all you fuckers that keep saying we want AEW to fail. No, the hell we don't. We need this competition. We need that so that the industry as a whole gets better. Because exactly what you guys are saying about UFC, it's the only game in town with MMA, and it gets boring when you do that. Like it really does. You need the rest of it. And then if we do all this, what we're saying, you can show the positive side of social media because we're in this weird social media era. You can use social media to your benefit to make all this happen. It's the one positive of social media. With all the negative we give, you can use it for the positive on this.
Exactly, Walter. Like I said, the three of us were fans when the invasion went down. That whole year of 2001, I think it can be agreed upon. Creative nosedive after WrestleMania. And it really didn't pick back up until that ruthless aggression era really started in the summer of 2002. Now, granted, we had to lose Austin to get that, but around the same time, ROH was picking up steam and TNA launched.
Yeah.
It was a whole new world after that.
Now
before you go, James, I got set up by Attila and we cut her off from speaking. I feel I want to make sure she gets to say her piece if she needs to, because that was my bad, because I was making my point and then I kind of rambled on and on. So I apologize, Attila.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, to the Violent by Design versus Final Testament thing, you can't have the original Violent by Design because Joe Dorian's still battling cancer. So
I forgot about that. We'll put somebody else in that spot.
Simple solution: get Killian Dane from Sanity over there. That's how.
There you go.
Yeah, but you can't have the original one.
Yeah, but you know. It would be nice, but yeah, God bless Joe. He's still fighting the fight.
Yeah. So to just add what you said, Jeff, as well, is like, I think Walter even mentioned that it's like there's going to be more of this. I think with TKO wanting to be willing and has been willing, and even The Rock said he's willing to work with other wrestling companies, and I'm sure TKO Group Holdings is willing to work with other MMA companies. I said it as a joke, but don't be surprised if Pride FC launches again. And now you run shows again in Japan. They already launched back up Strikeforce. You know, they could I think Bellator, even though they're not Bellator anymore, is run by PFK. So there's PFK and there's One Fighting Championship. Don't be surprised if they all get in bed in the MMA world too. This could be a combat sports wide thing as we go along.
But see, to that point, I didn't know Strikeforce relaunched until you said it right now. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have heard that through my news filter even a year ago.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing till right now.
Yep.
Plus, you have the slap thing Dana White does.
Oh, fuck.
No. Noah has so much to say about that.
If the world ends, that needs to be the first fucking thing to go, is that shit.
Yeah, Power Slap needs to die. Which, by the way, even Moist Critical said it best. Like, that's not even actual slap fighting competition. There's actually there's rules in place. Dana White follows none of them.
Right. It was, and I don't even know why it's still a thing, honestly, because Dana's got to be making so much money now, hand over fist being in bed with WWE and TKO. Now it's like, what the fuck are we doing, Dana? Knock that shit off. Like, God.
Like, what? We're gonna include Power Slap in the fucking TKO Group Holdings? I don't think so.
I know one thing. If this Armageddon thing we want happens, can somebody get Mauro Ranalli to commentate somewhere in here?
Please.
Yes.
Seriously, have him join up with Tom and Matt. I am down for that shit. Absolutely.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? He is with Michael Cole on one side for the WWE and Nigel McGuinness for AEW. God damn that audio. Trio.
See, I want Mauro on play-by-play, and I don't necessarily want to remove Michael. Michael's earned his seat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you put Michael next to him as like a second color for the WWE side. You have Michael as WWE, you have Nigel for AEW, you have Mauro for the neutral.
Well, see, but Nigel's not a play-by-play guy. He's a color guy.
He's
So,
a color guy, though. And him and
if you're
Mauro
going to have an AEW play-by-play, it needs to be Tony or JR. If JR is healthy enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
Which is
But
odd
Tony's
considering we're
kind
looking
of
the end of the road. We want JR back with WWE, obviously, but you know.
But Tony's become more of a color guy. Excalibur is the lead play-by-play. As
Yeah,
much
but
as
I don't
we
want
despise it.
Where did Noah go, by the way? Because he went fully dark.
He's
Oh,
still
no,
here.
no, he's still here.
He's
No,
still
I
here. He's just got the lights off.
I think I'm better about Excalibur than I was, honestly. I just don't like him. His commentary style is what it is. I'm not gonna, I can't shit on it, and more people that are more educated than I put him in a independent Hall of Fame. So I'm definitely the minority, and that's fine. But yeah, Excalibur and Nigel, AEW team. I only want 2. I don't need any 3-man booths. Like shit.
Yeah.
I would say, as much as I've enjoyed Tom being the play-by-play guy in Impact TNA, have Mauro sit with Matt Reinhardt, and then have Michael Cole and
Or bring back Mike Tenay for an event like this.
Yeah.
if Mike's down for it, absolutely. For an event like this, if Mike's down, he didn't seem very like with it with his Hall of Fame thing. He was kind of like there. But for WWE, I definitely want Michael Cole in play-by-play chair. As much as people like Pat McAfee, he's almost too much of a gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's become
Like I
that
would
way.
say, I think Gravy's earned that spot at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's your commentary teams. Have it laid out like the Rumble, where you've got all 6 of them out there, and it'll seem like a lot, but it'll still seem less clusterfucky than three-man booths.
I remember when WWE did that for the Money in the Bank matches at WrestleMania 23, and they did it surprisingly well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to remember at WrestleMania 23, you had Joey Styles and Taz, which God, that's a great team any day of the week. As gimmicky as Taz was as a wrestler, he on color commentary was always pretty damn good. You had
JBL and Mike Cole.
I was gonna say
With all this
JBL
talk
and
about Forbidden Door, Noah, did you see this? Tony Storm appeared at the Stardom show. She's going to challenge Mina Shakara.
Okay, cool. Good for
No,
her.
are you alive, by the way? Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Awesome.
I knew he was.
Imagine,
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah,
imagine all these companies get together and you do a real draft. Like, there's the draft. Now switch rosters, jumping companies. That's a draft.
if we have a night like that where it all begins again after Mania, like seriously, if the event doesn't implode the world, the draft will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they ever did a legit draft like that, it would be a watch-along event, not a
Well,
post-thing coverage.
Instead of a faction being on a TV show, they just become like fight camps like they do in MMA. Oh my
No,
god!
seriously, that would be the greatest ESPN style thing we ever did.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Freaking
Could you imagine?
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Same
right?
cars under the same sponsors and shit.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be great.
But again, we're much like in the old classic TV shows, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We've got literally 2 people that have appeared on NXT TV this week, and all of a sudden we've booked it fucking 10 months out here. Let's all settle the fuck down just a smidge.
and we completely neglected, partially by design, partially because we got so caught up in everything else,
Yes.
the debut of Sexy Red and the fact that she's going to be the host for Battleground.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
I think Sexy Red is the biggest false advertising I've ever seen.
yeah.
She is not cute whatsoever, and that face tattoo of hers is hideous.
Oof, yeah.
No. Oh no.
Her face looking like a man.
I don't like anything about her.
And again,
And
happy Pride
everything
Month,
else-
everybody out there watching.
And everything else about her looks like she had to pay for it.
Hey,
Fake ass, fake tits.
hey,
Yeah.
listen. Some people like that.
But I'm just calling it like I see it.
They're hosting in Vegas, so yeah.
To each their own.
Yes.
To each their own. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Noah, your thoughts?
I feel like the name. I feel like the moniker of Sexy Red is the biggest false advertising I've ever seen.
I agree.
The second, maybe only to Carl's Jr.'s tag phrase of "If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face."
That's a lie.
That sounds very sus. I'm just gonna put that out there.
It's very sus.
Sorry, Attila.
I will say though, her singing Sean's theme with Sean in the car was funny as fuck.
Yeah, it was true. That was true.
That shit was funny, and even Hunter punking on him on Twitter was even better.
Yeah.
At least he wasn't
I
twerking.
didn't even watch that clip.
Well, yeah, it was on. I think she posted it. She was singing the verse, and then Sean leaned in and joined in on the chorus, doing the female backup, "Sexy boy," and then Triple H quote tweeted and said, "Thank God he wasn't twerking" or something like that. It's like, God damn it, you two fucking goobers! I swear to God.
I'd rather you give me Meg Thee Stallion. At least she actually looks like one of the wrestlers.
True.
Right. Jesus Christ.
I think
Sexy Red looks like one of the wrestlers too in the men's division.
In the oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, man, bring the check.
So
she's barely bigger than Noah Dar.
All the booking and all the insulting.
For real though.
All the booking and all the insulting, we completely neglected Noah's point, I think, because Noah hasn't yet to go, I think, on this whole thing.
I was getting there, James.
Sorry.
Noah, good sir. What did you think when you went back and you saw Jordynne Grace and Ethan Page's debut? And do you have any comment regarding Sexy Red?
Where you want me to start?
How about we start with Jordynne Grace?
Yeah.
What do you want me to talk about?
All right.
It's like one single thought.
First off, I don't watch NXT weekly. I'll just say that. But I've gotten to the point that the highlights do matter. Now, Tuesday, I was fucked up. I was tired of shit. It was a long, stressful day of work dealing with Karens and piss poor technology. That being said, I found out Wednesday from the ATW crew because my phone don't go off unless it's actually of something of matter to me. So when I found out this potential PP, as my friends called it, fuck Eric.
We're such fucking children, I swear.
Fuck Eric Brown for doing that, by the way. Follow him, folks, at DOV Out Entertainment.
PP, baby. Let's go.
I gotta say, I'm still contemplating. I want to have King A-Train on an episode of Open Mic Night.
I agree.
No. You do not need the ATW family part of this madness.
Yes, we do.
It'll piss me off.
Eric, I'm okay on. He reminds me too much of Mansfield in certain ways.
Oh yeah.
But King A-Train, I think, has got a great style, a great opinion, great sense of humor. I want King A-Train to come on an episode.
I agree.
Anyway, so the moment I found out that Jordynne Grace, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, that's how you recognize a world title, fuckers, taking on the NXT Women's Champion. Yeah, that was a damn what the fuck moment. Definitely made me had a certain expression on my face. So yeah, that was something special. Now, as far as Sexy Red and the level of roasting that my friend King did to her, I used to be sort of like this. So NXT is being hosted by the Red Light District. Got it. Continue.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's Vegas.
So yeah, I don't know
That's
I don't know what the fuck they brought that person out. But hey, I guess if you want a rap endorsement, you go with the cheapest brand you can. I mean, Def Rebel probably cheaper than her. I don't know. Maybe they are a business.
And after Battleground, you can find Sexy Red dancing at the Godfather's Club.
Okay, bring that check back. I need more drinks. Thank you. All right, thanks.
Well, that explains her worth. Anyway,
and fuck cheaters anyway. Whatever.
Anyway, right. Jordynne Grace is extremely.
What the fuck?
What are you doing? Anyway, yeah, Jordynne Grace definitely surprised me confronting Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne being a former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, taking on the Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo at one point in a Impact Wrestling ring. I find it kind of cool that the chance that Roxanne could be in a TNA ring. By the way, Roxanne and Deonna, classic. Go watch it back, folks. I'm surprised.
You
TNA
mean
Wrestling
Roxy?
Yes, occurs the previous identity, Roxy. But for those that don't know the past because they don't wish to learn it or are unaware of it, I honor the fact that they know who they are now, but still, fuck WWE name conventions for life. But yeah, I'm excited. This definitely has made me more invested in NXT Battleground, and honestly, this match with Roxanne and the Jordynne Grace is right now my most anticipated match to call for the month of June because I love TNA, and I do think NXT Women's Division is the second best right now going. And the fact that Rebecca Quinn even said at one point she would like to be a knockout, there you go. And then thinking about this whole this versus that versus this, TNA versus WWE, Worlds Collide actually meaning something. Anyway.
Something!
I forgot about him almost. Anyway.
I understood that reference.
So, since Noah said all that shit about Sexy Red, I'm just going to say this and speak in Jar Jar Binks for a second. We're going to go to hell, sir, when we die, sir.
No, we're going to die. We already had that stick for him. We're going to die.
And what about Ethan Page?
Ethan Page was one of those that kind of caught me out of nowhere, but again, he's all ego. It's one of those things where, again, when he does something, he makes sure that you are aware of it. The fact that they stopped saying AE, what I thought was a pretty funny thing, but they had no problem saying TNA earlier, tells me a whole lot, especially with TNA and WWE being under the same umbrella, courtesy of Endeavor. But, I mean, again, even Page, if you're bridging this idea of WWE reaching out to other companies where we don't know when, but Julia of Marigold, hosted by Rosie Ogawa underneath Wrestle Universe, the same provider of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Noah, DDT Pro, just spanning out the inner collaboration of the industry even further, can also be potentially involved in this. It's definitely something to behold. And one of the things that TNA needs right now, they need more depth in their knockouts division. And NXT needs more challengers in the men's division. So I think TNA and NXT, particularly, not main roster WWE because they don't know how to get their shit together, can definitely help each other become even more better. I'm all for this. I really am. So it caught me by surprise, and I agree. NXT was the moment of the week. Thus it was the show of the week. There's no denying that. Between the Roxanne Perez and the Jordynne Grace show up and the Casino Gauntlet match, Will Ospreay and Hechicero, you had CMLL, NJPW, and AEW all competing, which I thought was really wild and fun, especially when you look at the past connections. Yeah, those are my two biggest takeaways from this week. So I'm looking forward to this. And right now, NXT Battleground definitely has more of my excitement than Clash of the Castle. And Forbidden Door, you need to give me more depth. What's Stardom doing? Is Toni Storm going to take on the title with Mariah May or Mina Shirakawa? What are we doing here? Is Thekla going to come here and try to destroy the Isles? What are we doing here, AEW? Give me some weird clear direction.
I just said Toni Storm showed up on Stardom via
that was back in April, my friend. And as far as I know, Mina Shirakawa's got to get through the toxic spider Thekla first in Oedo Tai. She has her own issues. So, again, if you watch Stardom, you know. And I know you don't. So I hold nothing against you. I watch all things wrestling.
And as far as this week, honorable mention also to the AJ Styles copying Mark Henry moment, too. That shit was good.
And Control-C, Control-V. I mean, if you don't know the past, you were caught off guard. If you know the past, it's like, eh. And again, they don't have any other challenges for Cody. If this means I get I am at Slammiversary, then I'll take back any criticism I have for WWE.
No, I'm trying to tell you. It says that this was an hour ago. They showed the video package an hour ago on Stardom.
Oh, really?
So, so real quick, who is the TNA champion again? I forget. Real quick.
The TNA World Champion.
World Champion is still Moose.
Moose
of the system.
Moose.
Yes.
Moose. Or if you watch NXT,
you put some respect on the TNA World Champion, JJ, talking about some football player on a cereal box hosting some reality show bullshit. Can't even lay some boots in the ring next to Moose. Give me a break.
Now you know what though?
What?
At this prohibitive portal, I want Moose and Oba Femi to swing at the Spider-Man meme.
Yes.
Such in the entrance. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm lost. Hold on, I'm lost in what Noah said.
Oh,
Don't worry, he'll figure it out eventually. If he doesn't,
I think he was talking about a flop dollar thing, right?
No, because we don't talk about Flop Dollar here because he's not worth talking about.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
fuck.
No, I completely missed what he was saying
What were you saying?
Anyway,
because so many other people were talking too.
that's what happens sometimes.
I was
Bottom
mentioning
line,
Moose, and you mentioned something about a football player on a Wheaties box, Noah, which I didn't understand either, to be fair.
that Terry Crews, I think, had a cereal endorsement. I don't know what that guy's doing.
I don't know. Okay.
I think he hosts
I
ADT.
think we crossed the wrong portal in the prohibited portals.
Yeah, we ended up in 80s advertising. Speaking of.
For once in Open Mind history, I caught JJ off guard. There's a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That is the moment.
JJ, the bottom line is this. Your NXT is finally far more interesting to me to the point I am going to watch Stevie Turner versus Jordan Grace next week. Because Stevie Turner was formerly involved in NXT UK and Rev Pro, and she's done jack shit for the longest period of time. So her versus Jordan Grace should be a good match.
I love that the headphones look like Noah's one eyepiece looking at JJ when he talks. I think it's funnier than fuck.
He does look like it. Does look like an eye is staring at.
He look like he's part of Daft Punk, the band.
That's my shit right there.
I know.
They broke up. It still pisses me off.
I was gonna say, Noah, can you do your best auto-tune impression and say "Around the World" real quick?
You want me to just say "Around the World"?
Yeah, that's all.
That's all they say.
For 7 minutes, all it says is "Around the World." And what? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do listen.
And we're back at status quo. We broke a Noah instead. Now, very good. Okay,
look, first off,
we've gone around the horn.
First off, I don't auto-tune myself. Secondly, I'm gonna go listen to that song now as JJ continues to take over the show. Bottom line, JJ, NXT Battlegrounds, the most interesting show right now for me this entire month of June.
Ooh.
Wow.
Only because of that and fuck Sexy Red.
Well, I think that's the idea of Vegas. But anyway.
Oh my God. I don't think we
you know what? I'm not going there.
That's okay. Somebody else will. It's Vegas.
Yeah, true. That's a one-night stand that I'm sure someone's going to pay for.
Oh my God.
No thanks.
Just not Paul Heyman this time. Anyway.
Sure about that?
No. He's single again.
Mikey's way.
Shit. I am not trying that shit again. That was a one and done, man.
If Missy Hyatt and JR can have a moment, then I'm
no, I didn't want to. Oh! Why are we bringing that up? God damn.
I love during all this freaking discussion, we got Emmanuel to be like, "I'm gonna give another membership." Thank you, Emmanuel, for the new
Emmanuel has been a member for over a year now. What's more compelling, Forbidden Door or Worlds Collide if it happens? I would say right now, if it happens, it would be Worlds Collide.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. As great a match on paper is Swerve versus Ospreay, it's not a forbidden match. You've got two AEW guys.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but that's what it is. The luster is off that name.
Accurate. Mm-hmm. Accurate. I mean, hell, last year was Sonata versus that guy. And then the previous year was Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley.
And Tanahashi versus Moxley was a fucking banger.
It was.
And it was good. And it was a forbidden thing because, yes, Moxley worked for New Japan, but he was primarily an AEW guy.
And it's for the AEW World Championship.
Exactly.
Oh, it just occurred to me that the AEWGP World Champion's an AEW guy, and they're probably going to run back Naito versus him.
Well, they gotta get past run eliminator matches first. That don't mean fuck.
Well, I mean, they got the tag title, the never title. I need Ishii and Konosuke Takeshita somehow, some way. I'm just saying.
All I know is I hope I see my Australian boys DK.
Well, the thing with this is, like, for me, I always envisioned Forbidden Door as being like a glorified Clash of the Champions, company versus company, title versus title.
Yep.
No,
non-title matches, but like champion versus champion.
Yeah, I get that.
And it hasn't been for the most part.
It should be, but it hasn't been. I mean, Stephanie Valkyria versus Mercedes Moné, CMLL versus AEW. I'm hoping that's just a one-on-one. They don't need to involve titles.
Now, but you know what, though? I can see him running it back for the New Japan title. That way, Mercedes gets the belt she should have won last year.
But then you have Mercedes Moné as a double champion.
Yeah, I can see them doing that.
See, but I'm one of the few that didn't have a problem with that.
I agree.
It's one of those fans I just don't think a double
I mean,
champion sometimes is necessary. Go ahead, JJ.
If history shows us anything, she'll lose those belts in her first defenses.
Shit.
Well, I don't know if history tends to repeat.
What you get for letting me go?
But again, there's a lot of this versus that this month in the wrestling business, and it's extremely exciting.
Yes.
Yes, we're back on the schedule of we've got every company has a watch along. WWE too, if you count NXT as a separate thing, but we've got every brand with a watch along this month. I'm fucking here for it.
Let's fucking go. That's professional wrestling, damn it.
I love it. And if Dominion wasn't on at such an ungodly hour, I'd say cover that, but I ain't getting up. I need sleep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I give you that. Plus, the main event is the main event is John Moxley versus Evil. Fuck that match.
Oh my God. Ugh, yeah.
I was going to say, if Noah wants to do it and if James wants to produce it, we can still make that happen. Doesn't mean that either one of us has to be there for it.
Real quick, just to confirm this. Noah, you said Evil was in the main event?
Yes.
Okay, nope.
Yeah, like I really give a fuck all about House of Torture.
No. Nobody gives a fuck about House of Torture.
If our neutral,
because you're not quite evil enough. But it's true.
God damn it, JJ.
Evil. You're semi-evil. You're the margarine of evil. You're the Diet Coke of evil. Just 1 calorie, not evil enough.
God damn it.
How dare you!
I love you still have that queued up. You wrong for that, but yet so right. I'm okay with it.
Old favorite movie trilogy. How dare you?
That's great.
Okay, it's not the only thing I still have queued up.
Oh no.
Throw up that Chase U, brother.
Okay,
this is never gonna happen again.
So you better enjoy it for the 2 seconds that it's actually here. Ugh. And also, congratulations, Pia. Great win.
Yeah.
Right, enough of that. Tell you this much: the next lane, if you think I'm actually gonna get a Chase U shirt and wear it during one of these streams, that'll be the day Pia Hale becomes NXT Women's Champion. Which is never.
Okay, you guys heard it. No one will get a Chase U shirt.
No one got proof of that. No, that's not. No one got proof of that. No one's got proof. No one's gonna remember this.
Insert
no one's
foot.
Stamp it. No
Here's mouth. Insert foot.
Hold on, Walter. No one's gonna remember that.
No.
James, clip it.
Fuck. It got clipped.
The best part's the ending. Fuck. Oh, he's back. Oh no.
Come back to the light.
Oh yeah.
He's coming in the light to shed the darkness because he's mad.
You all suck.
Yes.
And he's gone again. And there he goes again.
Noah's sitting there through both those clips just like,
what the fuck?
There you go. And Noah, we suck? We know. True that.
By the way, whether he resigns or not, shouts to the WWE Universe for doing the You Suck chant at Chad Gable. That made my fucking week.
That was so good. I love that.
That was so good.
The fact that he's actually becoming the prototypical Kurt Angle is brilliant.
Made my day.
Anyway,
God, please re-sign him. Seriously, don't let him get away. God dang.
Now, since we mentioned Chad Gable, and I could actually pitch to JJ to go to an ad. Thank you.
And as you do that, I'll be doing this.
Yeah.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
I love how it was just fucking instant. That was great.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert.
this is the World Academy of Hockey, otherwise known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it'd be well worth it. It'd be rewarding to all the kids and anyone he coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mike or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn, I think, to fulfill our God-given potential.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
I can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special, special man.
So, despite all the jokes we have made about it, the documentary is getting progress. I can say that because Jeff and JJ have actually seen proof. So, there you
go. Yes, it does exist.
What does Noah's thing say now?
A Daft Punk fan for life. Oh, he's listening to Around the World, isn't he?
Nice. There you go.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and begin the show so that we can get out of here.
Yes.
Focus, James.
Sorry, Noah unmuting and hearing that threw me off.
We saw him in the chat room earlier and he super chatted. Make sure you follow the Cleveland combatant, the Meltzer of the multiverse, Josh Mansfield, at Walking Hymnal on Twitter, at Mellowmangram on Instagram. He was not here this evening because he is camping, but he said he will be back next week. Follow Big Baller G on TikTok, Big Baller G 1988 on the Twitter, NoDQ_ Big Baller G on Insta and Threads, NoDQ_ Big Baller G 1988 Datilla.
Sorry, I was muted.
No, you were on your promo. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at @Datilla_. You check my YouTube channel, Rangers of Wrestling. I was at Comic Palooza this past weekend, and unfortunately, I was not allowed to record John Cena's panel, but I did upload his entrance to the panel. If you guys want to check that out. And then I did go to Dynamite this past week, so make sure you check out some clips. And yeah, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, occasional Saturdays, Sundays, and for all things TNA, you can check me out on Body Slam every Thursday.
There you go.
Why would people want to check out a video of an entrance of people they can't see?
It was a great picture. You looked great, but like you were just standing there with your arm around. It was just
there with.
Yeah, I was about to say he was very invisible, and it looked like you were holding somebody, but not really. So,
and not for nothing on the reel, that belt looks as expensive as it is.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you can't see it on anybody that's holding it.
Yeah,
it's Weird.
That belt definitely set you back. I know it did because I know how much it originally cost, and now you got a signature on it. God bless you.
Yes, exactly.
I got it on sale.
What was that?
That was the belt they put out for his 20th anniversary of the company.
Yes.
That really, really, really gaudy spinner. Like we thought the championships were the U.S. and the World Championships were the gaudy. Oh no.
No.
This one was tricked the fuck out. I'll show it to you later, brother. It is a sight.
If I didn't put it away back in its packaging, I would show it to you guys, but I don't want to take it out
And they are heavy as fuck compared to the other belts. Like that thing, like it costs so much because it weighs so goddamn.
Yeah, my shoulder was hurting.
I believe it. Man. And having to carry it by yourself because the person you went to see wasn't even there to help you carry it. What a fucking asshole.
Where did he go? Like he just decided to disappear. He decided to do his taunt and then poof, gone.
No showed.
He's not Sabu. On the real, it's always good to see our buddy John, and it's good he's still out there doing his thing. Hopefully he gets his did he actually have a match this year yet?
Yes, technically. Raw.
Well, did he actually have a pinfall, or did he just appear at the end of that shenanigans?
He had the pinfall, I believe.
Okay.
In that Raw match.
After Mania. The Raw
Yeah.
after Mania.
Oh, that's right. Team Without Some Truth. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, never mind.
It's understandable because again, you can't fucking see the dude. So
Sam Irvin saw him. She was loving the shit out of announcing him. So
his childhood hero.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
I'd forgotten. My bad for both Ron and Mike and John for that. That's my bad.
Even though R-Truth is like a decade older, he still got to team with his childhood hero.
There you go.
That's funny.
I think it's Ron's memories prior to getting started on the weed that he's remembering John as a boyhood hero because he's been so fucked up for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Sure.
Love Ron, but let's be real.
R-Truth was wrestling in NWA Wildside when Cena was still in UPW at Ultimate University.
Like literally pre-prototype John Cena. Killings was still wrestling in Wildside.
Wow.
Like he was K-Quick before Cena debuted.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
And they're both still working. Ron on the regular. These are not mortal men. Those two and Billy Gunn are going to outlive everybody. It's going to be those three, Keith Richards, and the fucking Cockroaches when the world ends on April 20th next year, apparently.
And Twinkies.
And Twinkies. All the Twinkies.
Yeah, but I don't think any of them eat Twinkies, so they're going to starve to fuck it.
Walter.
You can follow me on X at Walter Alex Cruz. The business Instagram, as I say. I don't know why JJ gets a kick out when I say the business Instagram. But Cal Fire, and then at YouTube, at Rage of Wrestling, where you can go on demand to see the watch along of 5302. And then the next one is June 29th, the day after my birthday, with Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler on that Saturday, which like I said, I did it 10:30 today. I'm gonna do it like 10:15 because they talk too damn much at the UFC. You pay for a pay-per-view and it's all these damn videos and talking. You don't get a first fight until 30 minutes into the damn thing.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Thanks.
It's gonna be a decent fight, not gonna lie. Unlike the Tyson freaking Jake Paul fight that it got delayed. I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Notice my shot.
Emergency, plane emergency or something.
The many faces
medical
of
emergency on a plane.
The many faces of Jeff Meacham when he's shocked.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right. You can follow me on the socials. Instagram, The Renegade JJ Williams. Twitter, ROWJJ Williams. YouTube, Casa D18 Studios.
Yes.
Follow your barkeeps on Facebook, Dory Lou Hathaway and Mike Caldwell. On Twitter, Hathaway Lou and LB Statkid 1977. On Instagram, Dory Lou and Statboy13. Follow our friend at the Greg Cherry Brand on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, Greg Cherry Brand. I just saw a post on Facebook that he is going to be using his Facebook more to try to generate interactivity and everything, because he's got more people on Twitter, but nobody ever interacts on his posts. So
yeah, so he's turning to Meta for help.
Yes, indeed. Indubitably.
It's gonna be a fun couple of weeks of the Great Cherry brand here for the month, actually, and I'll get more of that later.
Ah, there you go.
James.
As far as me goes, you can find me
Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm doing the Eminem thing again.
on the Facebook at James He-Man Hebert and on Twitter and YouTube at JameSide95. I do really cool and dumb things on the internet. Go check it out.
So yeah, check that out. Gary Hebert trailers. You get the QR codes. You know what to do there. There's one, and then here's dos. There you go. Check them out. Watch them. It's fun. Great stuff.
For what it's worth, Eminem came back before your documentary premiered. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah, no,
Slim Shady came back.
Shady came back before you fucking documentary premiered.
Rapped with Eminem. I now we finally saw Slim Shady and Eminem in the same place. It's great.
That was a damn good video. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm the biggest overall M fan, but that shit was pretty fun.
Bro, I've always been an M fan. Noah,
can you hear me?
Around the world, around the world.
Hey, copyright.
What happening? Oh, right.
Noah, save that for karaoke night.
Fuck karaoke. Daft Punk don't do karaoke. Daft Punk keeps things simple with technical synthwave synergy. What the fuck do you want from me?
But that song was the 90s, right? So when we do 90s karaoke, you can have someone pay you to sing Around the World.
That's right.
I'll just say it because, shoot, 3 words. Who knew you could make a song with just 3 words? Actually, super simple. Yeah, Twitter, YouTube, the Twix, X, whatever fuck you call it. N5 1916. Leagues, predictions, forums, etc. I'm barely social as it is. So, yeah, follow me there. City predicting the next one Thursday Eve, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. NXT Battleground, and then we got our watch along this weekend, I believe.
We'll get there
Sunday at the trailer show. So again, get sleep, protect your mentality, just your life, and enjoy wrestling. And Daft Punk for life, as you were.
Amen.
What time is Battleground on Sunday? Is it in the morning?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Today. And Noah, you see him? Oh, he's back.
At last he's seen the light.
You see, I love how he just said fuck everything else. You can see a little light like
I see a little dot and it represents Noah.
You know, hang on, wait for it. Hang on. I see the dot and it represents the faster. Follow the bouncing ball. Like a fucking Disney sing along. Follow the bouncing ball.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, will you do the fun? Done. Hey. He wanted WrestleMania over Chris Jericho. I'm putting that motherfucker over till the end of time. I don't give a shit.
Always.
Dirty Dango for life, motherfuckers.
All right, Jeff.
All right, here we go. Hang on.
For the hot tag so that you can start.
Fuck. All right, hot tag. Here we go.
Okay, so you guys
start running through shit.
All right. So if you missed this yesterday, we actually had a pretty good show. We did it under an hour and a half. I was proud of our goddamn selves. But we talked about the top 10 matches contested for the WWE Intercontinental Championship in its 45th anniversary year since 1979. So please go back and check that out. I enjoyed it. JJ enjoyed it. We had like a fuck ton of people on a Friday afternoon. It was actually pretty cool. So please go back and check it out if you missed it, because a good time was had by all, at least in my opinion.
There you go.
That was yesterday. Of course, we're doing open mic night tonight. Tomorrow, we will have my return to the No DQ review. That'll be 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, over on the NoDQ.com YouTube. I believe they also broadcast that on Facebook and Twitter, but don't quote me because I don't know for sure. Monday instead of Tuesday at a special time also, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, we'll be live with Stat Boy Sports Bar. Thank you to the Spark for fucking up our week, you assholes. Appreciate that very much because it totally luckily for you, the kid isn't here. I don't have to worry about my scheduling too badly, but Since he will be on Monday, I will be on Tuesday with Meet Your Musings at 7 o'clock Eastern 4 Pacific, just prior to NXT for you East Coast kids. Same thing with pre-Dynamite. As always, the Greg Cherry Show. This week's special guest interview will be the lovely Canary. You can find her on Twitter and other social media. We'll get into an interview with her on Wednesday. Also, I can tell you guys here and now that at the end of the month on Jack of All Trades, one of the participants will be a former title holder from WWE's past.
Ooh.
Greg is touting it as the biggest guest in Jack of All Trades in Greg Cherry brand history.
Ooh.
And even I, nor Maddie, knows what that man has planned. He refuses to divulge information, no matter how much torture we inflict on him, because having to talk to me is torturing us, and it doesn't work. So
I'm gonna watch that show now.
June 27th, I will. It depends on what time he goes live. I still don't know that. I'll either be en route to or at the Bourbon Room already with the Garcia twins. So I'll see if I can at least pop in with an awesome background. Now, speaking of Thursdays, June 6th will be NXT Battleground on Simply Predicting with Noah, JJ, and company. And that'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern again for Pacific on the Casa Dean Studios and the Simple Man brand. Next Saturday.
Make sure that I'm there for that since I'm going to miss the PLE.
Yes. And of course, on Saturday, Noah's favorite day of the quarter, because we will be going live in our usual 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific time slot next Saturday, June 8th, with 80s karaoke. JJ, before we move on to the next show, what do we have on the wheel for him, boy?
Well, since you asked, let me go ahead and share screen.
In that case, I will do my superhero Melvin intro when it pops up.
The wheel.
He's
Find
pulling
it
up
here. 80s.
Here we go.
Share.
Wait for it. Wait
Full screen.
Oh.
Go back and the cloud.
Da-da-da!
So we have male artist, movie soundtrack, one hit wonder, rap hip hop, TV theme,
Inspector
female
Gadget.
artist, pop, rock, country, R&B, hair metal, and Weird Al. Yes,
Al
we have
just
given
slides.
Weird Al his very own category because in the 80s, fuck yes, he deserves it.
I agree firmly.
And just so we're clear in the
So-
chat room, unfortunately, Amish Paradise is the 90s.
That's
yes.
true.
So can't do that one. But
Yes.
the 80s was
But-
still gold.
Eat It, Fat, I Lost on Jeopardy, I Want a New Duck, Like a Surgeon, The Ryer, the Kaiser, the Beverly Hillbillies theme that he did to Money for Nothing,
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Addicted to Spuds, all of that shit. I think I'm a clone now, which I swear to God, I always thought that there should be a fan made video from episode 2 Attack of the Clones with
Yes!
that song scoring it.
Hey, real quick. I take offense to the Spud song. I'm Spud.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That,
And-
dude,
And as
like,
much as he tries, Noah will not be running so far away from this show.
Oh no, Walter and JJ are gonna be at it again. No.
just remember, Noah, we will all have the time of our life, and we owe it all to you.
Yes, we do.
He wishes he could go hide down in Kokomo, but it just will not be successful.
That's where he wants to go. Way down to Kokomo.
We keep poking the bear of Noah Foster like this. He's going to become a Hellraiser.
I stopped because I had to wear a suit behind doing this last time.
Right.
True.
And that's all, of course, next Saturday in this time slot because we're just gluttons for punishment late at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then next Sunday,
Archie,
of course.
Go back to that real quick, or take it down. The reason we're doing that,
Right.
because that was originally supposed to be on June 15th.
Yes.
The reason we've bumped it up is because we now have a double feature on June 15th that we're doing for watch-alongs. Plus, I have to be in work the following day on Sunday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So We moved it up a week. That way it was a non-watch along week or non-watch along day because Battleground is the next day.
Yes.
And I don't have to be to work until like 1 or 2 the day after.
Right.
So we can do our normal overrun if necessary and everything, and it not affect anything way too much. So that's why we went and moved it up for the people out there that may be wondering, because not only do we have Clash at the Castle now on June 15th, but we will be covering MPW Summer 11 with the main event of Izzy Moreno versus Tiffany Nieves.
Yes. And that's all, of course, as we said, 2 weeks from now. And that's why we're having a regular open mic night, because despite belief and apparent appearances to the contrary, we do enjoy our sleep around here within the multiverse media. So, you know, we just don't show it very often.
There will definitely be no rest for the weary that day, because Clash at the Castle is going to have us up going at like 9 or 10 in the morning West Coast time.
Yep.
And then Summer 11 kicks off at 4 o'clock West Coast time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And with any luck, that'll be over just in time for normal start time for open mic night.
Yes.
So,
with any luck, Summer 11 will give us a blast of adrenaline.
It came at you so fast.
Now, see, she knows that one. God damn it, Dylan. That's okay. We still love you anyway. Because Grease is awesome. I love me some Grease. So
who doesn't like it?
I've actually never seen Grease. I just know the song.
And you just screwed it all up.
Whoa. Just screwed the push of the whole thing clipped on me. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now,
you said you've never seen Grease?
Yes. Go do your homework, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you will eat the Russo for that. Okay, now. Okay, I'm going to try to promote the watch along one more time. We'll see if it actually goes through.
Go for it.
Next Sunday, NXT Battleground, 7 o'clock Eastern Part Pacific, live from Las Vegas and the UFC Apex. Jesus Christ. I knew I'd fuck it up. That's okay. We'll be on with 7 o'clock Eastern Part Pacific with Noah and Walter on the commentary. Yes? Very cool. All right, James, JJ, of course.
Maybe Attila can pipe in and join in for the Jordan Grace match.
There you go. What the fuck is happening on Noah's screen? What is happening?
Oh, Jesus.
We fucking broke James. What in the fuck?
I made one little reference earlier to go to this.
Jesus. What? It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Wow. Damn. All right. Well, while James tries to unbreak himself, unbreak his heart and his laugh. No, jeez, he's wheezing. We have issues. Okay. Fuck.
Maybe I'll make an
like, you're gonna get to the point of like the intro where you're just like,
Right. James,
okay,
you have to breathe in, then out, brother.
I know.
I know it's a movie. I know it's a cartoon character. But I'm waiting to see this fucker die like one of the weasels from Roger Rabbit.
Right?
Oh, crying.
Oh, you mean when he's like
laughter.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Night of Laughter.
Remind me, by the way, totally off topic before I go into the shows for the rest of the watch-alongs. JJ earlier today sent me a lost clip that I didn't even know myself existed of original recordings with Paul Rubens doing the voice of Roger Rabbit. I was like, fuck me.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine? No disrespect to Charles Fleischer, because he is Roger Rabbit, right? But damn it, Paul Rubens as Roger Rabbit. I would have been in the theater for that. 5 years old or not. Fuck.
You know, a little off topic, but have you guys ever seen it's like the storyboard of Shrek, but with Chris Farley as the voice?
Yes.
He was originally supposed to be the voice.
Man, I honestly think Mike Myers took that job just to tribute Chris, because everybody loved Chris so much on SNL and throughout their lives. So, but yeah, it would have been a different take for sure.
And in honor of Chris Farley, this was right before he went into a van down by the river and tried to get back on the right track.
That's it. No kidding. And as we're trying to get back on the right track, after, of course, Battleground, we have the entire rest of this year, which is now increased by 2 more events. thanks to Summer 11 and Crown Jewel being added last week during King and Queen of the Ring. And then, of course, we get into WrestleMania, April 19th and 20th, where we've literally booked the end of the world. So SummerSlam's not going to happen in 2026 at this point because the world's going to fucking end in Vegas in April. But if it happens to survive, we'll be covering the show August 1st and 2nd, the first ever two-night SummerSlam, live from the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. I'm sure we'll have some people on the ground because the multiverse extends all throughout whatever's left of the world after WrestleMania 2025.
Exactly.
I think that's it for the chills.
So there we go.
There you
go.
Wow.
So how do we get Noah back on? How do we get there?
Here you did his, matrix mentality and everything. So I think we should end the show with his screen being the end screen and just say fuck it.
Yeah, we'll have Noah also sing "Around the World" to take us out. No,
if he wants to.
I was going to say, Noah, if you're still there, unmute yourself and do "Around the World" as we get out of here.
Noah,
it's acapella, so you won't get in trouble.
Before you go, Jeff, you missed the opportunity to say that Jeff Meacham Network extends around the world, and then it could have landed.
Well, I could lead it into it. Noah, get ready to unmute yourself. The Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, gets ready to extend. Noah, unmute.
Around the world, around the world,
around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.